Shohei Ohtani asked MLB teams for their best pitchers who offers a good fit. The letter recently sent to all major league teams on behalf of Shohei Ohtani reinforces the notion that the Japanese two-way star will be emphasizing factors beyond money in deciding where to cast his lot when he leaps into American baseball for the 2018 season, as expected. For one, Ohtani's agent, Nez Balelo, asked teams not to submit financial terms. More significantly, restrictions on international signings will limit Ohtani's bonus to a maximum of about $3.5 million, depending on the club he chooses, and allow him to sign only a minor league deal. That makes him affordable to all teams, although they would also have to put up a posting fee of $20 million for the right to negotiate with him. The letter asks the teams to provide information, in English and Japanese, on matters such as their player development and medical staffs, their facilities, resources to ease Ohtani's assimilation and the desirability of the franchise, city and marketplace. It also requests the club's evaluation of Ohtani as a hitter and/or pitcher. With those elements in mind, here's a rundown of the teams that may be in best position to land Ohtani, who has expressed a strong desire to display his hitting skills on days when he's not pitching. Armed with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball and a sharp breaking ball, Ohtani holds more appeal to major league teams as a pitcher than hitter, although both skills are highly rated. The Rangers, who had a 4.66 starters ERA last season, need to fill at least 2 holes in the rotation and also have room for an outfielder, designated hitter. But what makes the Rangers strong candidates is their successful handling of Yu Darvish's transition to the big leagues, starting in 2012. Ohtani idolizes Darvish, looks upon him as a big brother and took his number 11 when joining Darvish's old club, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Ohtani will most certainly consult with Darvish before making his decision. Ohtani is already familiar with Texas officials, who tried to sign him 5 years ago before he opted to turn pro in Japan instead. The club has a recent history of winning, so last season's 4th-place finish probably won't be a deterrent. And for what it's worth, the Rangers have the most money available to offer Ohtani in a signing bonus, $3.53 million. There's a common perception that, like predecessors from his native land, Ohtani would prefer to play on the West Coast. Japanese sources dispute that notion, indicating the way his talents are used is more important to Ohtani than location. The Dodgers may be able to offer him the best of both worlds. They're a progressive organization in a city with a substantial Japanese population, Darvish noted that advantage after being traded to LA in July, and they're coming off a World Series appearance. In Los Angeles, Ohtani could find a wealth of endorsement opportunities as the latest in a string of prominent Japanese pitchers, starting with Hideo Nomo and including Hiroki Kuroda and Darvish. Without a DH spot at the Dodgers' disposal, there are some questions as to where Ohtani would get regular at-bats, but left field seems like a good option. And the Dodgers, perhaps more than any other team, know how to get aggressively creative when opportunity presents itself. Picture yourself playing for the most storied franchise in the majors, with a multicultural city and a bevy of marketing opportunities awaiting, and a fellow Japanese starter ready to offer his welcome. What's not to like? That figures to be the sales pitch by the Yankees, who could have the best rotation in the league if Ohtani comes on board, joining Masahiro Tanaka, Luis Severino, Sonny Gray, and Jordan Montgomery. And it just so happens the club's DH spot is open. Plus, adding Ohtani would not hinder one bit the Yankees' desire to get under the 2018 luxury cap threshold of $197 million. No wonder some see this as a perfect match. Ohtani, 23, could fit in with New York's youthful core of Aaron Judge, Greg Bird, Gary Sanchez, and Severino, a group that nearly propelled the club to the World Series on a year when the Yankees were supposed to be rebuilding. General Manager Jerry Dipoto has made no secret of his admiration for Ohtani, saying the club would be willing to play Nelson Cruz in the outfield to open up some DH shifts for the lefty swinging slugger. Ohtani would slot in as the heir apparent to staff ace Felix Hernandez and follow a tradition of Japanese stars in Seattle that began with Hall of Fame-bound outfielder Ichiro Suzuki and includes another right-handed pitcher in Hisashi Iwakuma. The Mariners could also sell Seattle as the closest American city to Japan, but they don't have much recent winning history to boast about. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2001, the longest drought in